Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Gemini. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Gemini, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, and the deck just cracked open. I didn't get any messages when I was cleaning. I didn't feel the deck tumbling open like it did for the previous reads, but now it's just split with the shuffle for the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So, sorry, the Page of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So it's calling out or coming into that understanding, that information. It could be negative, it could be positive, but it's wanting to tell. It's wanting to tell of a plan, or it's wanting to, it's wanting to talk about some kind of strategy, whether it is, oh, look, this deck split again. Whether it is more swords. Okay, so Five of Swords. Someone is not, okay, this is going negative here because it's from the Seven of Swords going into the Five of Swords. It's spiraling down, and it betrayal, disharmony, arguments, lies. It's telling it. It's being able to snitch on someone, or just finding out. Let me see what else we have again. Okay, so the drama for divorce, going alone, healing, keeping to yourself, and just deciding, making a decision. Okay, so somebody is finding out the truth about third parties situations, and that's it. Making the decision to end. The Knight of Wands, because see, there's an offer and it's not so much, I wouldn't even call this a romantic offer, but it is to communicate and apologize and, take the next step forward with the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, facing up to, like, someone is a friend. Someone is coming to you. Someone is coming to tell you, Gemini, that all of that drama is taking place, and you need to see what is, to hold on to your assets. It could be that. It could be to hold on to your assets. It could be just for your dignity, your self-respect. You're finding out truth about lies, deceit, and such. Okay, so Gemini, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. And this read is going in a spiraling down to start with, so please don't despair. If none of that is for you, then your reading may come with the November. But that's the energy I'm picking up now. So the 8-card spread that I was using for the beginning of this month of October. I don't know why I keep saying April. Again, not trying to implicate another reading, but that was Aries. I said April straight off, and I was about to say April again. So if you are dealing with an Aries, you may want to go and check that. Others of you, Gemini, this 8-card spread, I take cards at random. First card is the accumulation of experiences, what you've been through over a period of time. Now, that period of time will go back as far back as you would like to connect it to, if you are able to. If you feel the connection, you'll know. Bringing you now to this crossroads of the end of October. The second card is the springboard that would be now the present, taking you into the future, depending on what this card would show when I flip it over. This would be your springboard, and this would be your present time going into the future. The third card is what would hold you back or what would push you forward. So helping or hindering. Could be people, could be spirit, could be yourself, could be situations, could be circumstance. The fourth card is your subconscious. So what's underneath, what's going on below the surface that needs to come up, or it is in the works of coming up. It is what is you either you're self-sabotaging, or you're self-projecting or promoting. You're going forward or you're holding yourself back. So it's your deepest, darkest fears or your highest esteemed hopes. Here we have the fifth card showing up as what is grounding you. So what is keeping you steady, what's keeping you afloat, what's giving you that drive to go forward. And the sixth card is the lessons learned from previous experiences, what would be bringing you into this card. So what would have helped or hindered you within a certain time frame, going back, brings you now here. These are lessons learned because of that. The seventh card is outside forces. So it could be spirit, could be people, could be anybody. But it's outside of you. So they're influencing you, they're affecting you. Could be positive, could be negative. Then we have the eighth card, which is the final. So it would be the potential outcome to this read. Future, if it is that you follow the advice of spirit, and that would be your typical outcome. All right, so with my cup of coffee, we're back to the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups with the Hierophant, the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Coins. So all these cards that came out previously in the shuffle are back here now. So we're not getting away from information. We're not getting away from truth being told. We're not getting away from wanting to go away from someone or even get married. It depends on your situation, because either you have a plan in mind according to those two cards I saw, the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords with the Page. It was looking like a downward spiral. For some of us, that is what it is, where you would be ending up a situation or a relationship, and others of you would be planning and strategizing to have a relationship with someone and make an offer to get to that proposal. Someone is coming to you, or you may be wanting to go to someone. Either way, there's a double nine here. So it is healing a situation, or not trusting, or having that sense of, well, I don't trust this, so I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go on my own, and I'm going to take what I have. I'm going to go within, and I'm going to make an offer to someone else. You see, it's choice. You have choice with who you want to be with. King of Wands and the Temperance. So we have this King of Wands. Could be a fire sign that you're dealing with. Could be just the attitude or the attributes of wanting to see things come out in a positive, wanting to give a fair deal. In some cases, it's a divorce that needs to happen because you want to be with someone else. And this is the only way you can heal. By taking that time alone, letting a certain amount of time go by, which would be the strategy, and then making your offer. You see, that would be the plan for your Queen of Pentacles. So you know that you want to be with someone, and they are probably either advising you, or they could be the queen that you're looking to go with, and have that strategy to heal a relationship, or to heal and then go into a relationship. So we won't go too far in, because again, it is one or the other, and you're on the fence. I say on the fence, it could be, or you're just holding back, or you're thinking about which way to go. Do I go for the divorce? Do I get married? Do I offer? Do I go forward with the offer? Am I able to? You've learned something. You've been away. You've taken time within, or someone has, if it's not you, Gemini. They are ready. They are ready to stand, ready to bring forward what they have learned and understood about themselves, as well as the relationship or the relationships that they've gone through, and they're wanting to come into a new relationship, or to get out of one and come in. So you being either holding back because of the drama, which is where you are now, which is what has brought you through. It's been dramatic, and you've been through tumultuous relationships, or you've been through some kind of dilemma that you don't want to push now. You want to wait, you want to think about, you want to hold back. And some of you, you've already been through I've been thinking about it, I've been holding back, and now I think I should move forward. So let's see the second card. That brings us to reconciliation or celebration, or just meeting up with, deciding, okay, I'm going to go meet this person. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to go talk to them. Because that's what's going to happen. Well, not because I say so, but the mulling over, the thinking, eventually you're going to convince yourself to go forward, to go with it. Now, the third party, or you're holding back from a third party, meaning you don't want to tell certain people information, and that's good because you've learned to keep things to yourself. Now, I'm not seeing that Empress, or not the Empress, the High Priestess is not here, but having had to go through change. See, we have King of Swords. Could be legal documentation, divorce proceedings. Again, that is what I'm getting here. Having everything available to you, and then making up this plan to heal with a particular party, King of Wands, who could be the one who's running around to get a divorce, to get even with, because you don't trust. I mean, all of this is what could have taken place for someone. Some of you are struggling with sharing information with third parties, other people, not necessarily third party situation where it's a romantic relationship, but getting other people involved in your business. Okay, for some, you're having trouble there, and you may end up having trouble, or you've already had trouble there, and this is where all the drama is coming from. To talk or not to talk, that is the question, because now we have the Five of Cups. So saying anything is going to break the relationship in your mind, is where this is looking at. You're thinking that if you say anything, it's going to destroy the relationship. And you know what? Even if you don't say anything, the relationship is already on the rocks as far as the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords is concerned. And it is inevitable that change will come, because again, it is following that natural instinct, Gemini. Whether you are taking on this Queen of Pentacles or it is another person, they are following their instincts, and they are going to change, and they're going to see a lawyer, a doctor, if that is the situation. They're going to get a judgment. They're going to make up their mind, and they're going to accept things for what they are. Now, I may very well be talking to the person who is, so this is you accepting that it is what it is, and that is what we need to do. We need to accept it, what it is. And even if you speak or not speak, things will change, because other people are involved. Other people are dealing with, could be this King of Wands, could be the next person who is looking to get even, who is bringing the information or is seeking out information or wanting to come and tell. Only you will know in your situation. Very dramatic here. Then we have the 4, but this is about you. So you are dealing with all of this dilemma here, being that you could be the heart of this, or you could be the third person, just not haphazardly, but connected from the exterior, because you are holding back. No, you could be the heart of this, where you are the one that has to make the decision, because what you want deep down inside is to keep the family together. Now, you cannot force people to change, and you cannot change people. You can only react accordingly to how they are behaving and then make decisions. And you having that fear of losing everything, Gemini, you'll have to give it up, because in giving it up, you will receive everything. This Queen of Pentacles is a ray of light and hope here, because after the betrayal, she becomes more with our Death card here. She becomes more of a judgmental person, being able to take that responsibility. And don't forget, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is already steadfast and have a handle on things. So if it is that you're trying to hold things together because that's what you've been doing, well, maybe now it's time to change that strategy and let it fall, let it go. And in doing that, you will help yourself. If you let it go, things will open up for you. Things will open up for you. And what you fear of losing is not going to be lost. It is going to be altered in a positive way for you. But that is faith that you have to have within yourself. And the patience is what is keeping you grounded. All that you've invested in is going to bring you a positive outcome. You just have to believe that. It is in the believing that things will change for the better. Okay? Then we have the 6th card. Lessons learned. Focusing on what you want. Focusing on that stability. Again, your fear is to lose all of what you have built. But you can start again, because you've gone through, if you've been through marriage and divorce, for example, or even relationships that you've put a lot of effort into that have gone, well, you've broken up for whatever reason, but your efforts, you're feeling like, well, I put all my effort and my energy in and it's not giving me a positive, and they still leave or they cheat or whatever the situation is. You've learned that you can start again, and you can focus, and you can build something, because you have already done so. And what you have done, in the way that you've done it, whether it's emotional, psychological, or even physical, or just on the mental level, you can do it again. Once you put your mind to something, Gemini, it is a matter of time that it will come to fruition, because that is what grounds you. And on the 7th card, we see here that outside forces are projecting onto you to make a decision. So here you're holding back, and someone or people or a situation is pushing you to make a choice. Now, my advice is to wait. Be patient. Again, this is the advice. Be patient. Apart from being the advice, my advice would still be that, to think things out. This is in your favor, whether you see it as a positive or a negative. Being that you're holding back is because you're thinking about what's best for you, what's best for the next person, what's best for everybody involved. Because you may be thinking about the family in some cases. There's more than one person that's going to be affected by the decision that you do make. But you need to see the bigger picture. And in order to do that, you need to let go of what it is that is making you grip on to? What is the fear? How is it that you're feeling that you're going to lose everything when you're the one that is building it up? They can only take what you allow them to have. And if you give away material, anything and everything, material will come back again. Okay, just think of it like that. And what you've put your investments into, whether it is a financial or emotional, psychological, whatever level, it will pay off. But it is a question of being patient with yourself first and with others. Okay, because you've learned, you have to take what you've learned. This ace, when I say it's an ace, it is the depiction of the ace here, but the focus, if you see, the focus is on building. And if you do have a plan, you have a strategy to save the family or to save whatever it is that you want to hold on to, then you have to weigh the pros and cons as to what do you really have to lose by giving it up, because giving it up is going to help you. Let it go, whatever it is. If it's physical, it is material, let it go. Turning the last card says that you will have all of your truth. Again, someone's coming to you. Someone's either making you an offer to either buy your home, sell your home, marriage, divorce, relationship, changing relationship, going on your own, doing business on your own, taking those steps. You've learned what it is. You know how it works. All right, it's all the truth coming your way. Let's just take an oracle on this, because there's a lot of scenarios that could play out here. What is the oracle message for Gemini for end of October 2024? Thank you, Spirit. Message. What is the oracle message for Gemini? Cut. I feel like I have to move real fast here. Again, the observer and the fates, it's destined. What is coming your way is destined. And going by the book, like I said, be patient. Let time help you here. Take a look, take a step back and look at what's going on. Really look into what you have to lose and then give it all up. It's not an easy task there, but you are focused and you've learned to focus. So 49, I'm going to read that and then we'll end. Because there's things you can't change, that's what that means. Accepting the things you cannot change. 49. Observer, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance, naturally. So we'll take a look at the prosperity on that. It is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. And on that note, Gemini, thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.